On July 15, 2014, Mexico was rocked by a dramatic police raid on the notorious orphanage known as La Gran Familia, run by Rosa Verduzco, widely known as Mamá Rosa. For over 60 years, Verduzco's establishment had been celebrated for its mission to care for vulnerable children, earning praise from both local communities and international figures. However, the raid unveiled a horrifying reality that shocked the nation. Rosa Verduzco's rise, born in 1934 in Zamora, Michoacán, Mexico. Rosa Verduzco came from a wealthy family. While her family enjoyed affluence and comfort, Rosa was deeply disturbed by the suffering of impoverished children. Motivated by a sense of duty, she began rescuing children from the streets at a young age. Despite her parents' initial resistance, she managed to create a small refuge in her home. Following her father's death, Rosa persuaded her mother to buy a larger house to accommodate more children. She dedicated herself to this cause, often facing severe financial hardships and living in dire conditions. Despite these challenges, she managed to garner donations and support, gradually transforming her initial project into a more structured institution. The rise of La Gran Familia. In 1947, Rosa's vision became reality with the opening of La Gran Familia, a larger facility designed to care for street children and those from troubled backgrounds. The orphanage quickly gained recognition for its commitment to education and holistic development, including music, which became a hallmark of the institution. Prominent figures, including Presidents Vicente Fox and Felipe Calderón, as well as even Queen Elizabeth II, took note of Rosa's work and extended their support. However, behind the scenes, there were whispers of discontent. Neighbors were uneasy about the orphanage's location in a prosperous area, and allegations of mistreatment began to surface. Despite her reputation for charity, Rosa's methods were increasingly scrutinized, especially her authoritarian control and aggressive tactics. The dark reality unveiled. The tipping point came in 2014 when over 50 complaints from former residents and external sources prompted a thorough investigation by the Attorney General's Office, PGR. The raid revealed appalling conditions: overcrowded, unsanitary living quarters, malnutrition, and severe abuse. The evidence of unspeakable acts, physical abuse, sexual exploitation, and illegal adoptions painted a grim picture of what was once celebrated as a sanctuary. Testimonies from survivors expose horrifying practices. Children were subjected to extreme violence for attempting to escape, and their attempts to reunite with their families were thwarted by exorbitant financial demands. The orphanage's poor conditions were compounded by a corrupt system that had long turned a blind eye to the abuses. Legal and public fallout. Despite the overwhelming evidence, Rosa Verduzco and 6 of her aides were arrested. However, due to her declining health, Rosa was released without formal charges and spent her remaining days in a hospital. Her death in 2016 from a stroke did little to resolve the controversy. The case, handed over to the Michoacán Public Prosecutor's Office after the PGR declared itself incompetent, remained unresolved. The lack of legal action against the perpetrators left many questions unanswered and deepened public outrage. Legacy and debate. Rosa Verduzco remains a polarizing figure. To some, she was a saintly figure dedicated to improving the lives of children. To others, she was a monstrous figure who exploited her position of power for personal gain and inflicted unimaginable suffering. The unresolved case and the flawed judicial process have left a lasting impact on Mexican society, highlighting the failures of both the system and the institutions meant to protect the vulnerable. As you dive deeper into this chilling story, you'll uncover the full extent of the tragedy and the disturbing truths behind Rosa Verduzco's legacy. Stay tuned for a comprehensive exploration of how a figure once revered became emblematic of corruption and cruelty.